Hello and welcome to Dollar Country. I'm Frank the Drifter and this is the Offbeats.
Live it up, 'cause you sure can't live it down. Tomorrow you might not be around. It's always later than you think. If you can't swim, then boy you're gonna sink. You can't take it with you, there's no need to try. Come on and live it up before you say goodbye. Live it up, 'cause you sure can't live it down. Tomorrow you might not be around. It's always later than you think. If you can't swim, then boy you're gonna sink. I had a friend who toiled for 20 years, worked his fingers through the bone. He retired last week, bought a car and a brand new home. He thought he'd just go fishing, a dream he had for years. Grow orchids in his greenhouse, play golf and have some beers. But he passed away the other night and left all his money to me. Now I'm gonna live it up just for him, that is his wife and me. Live it up, 'cause you sure can't live it down. Tomorrow you might not be around. It's always later than you think. If you can't swim, then boy you're gonna sink. Yeah, do your thing, whatever it might be, but leave all those goodies just for little old me. Yes, there's the gigolo in every bar in town, just waiting for the fool that tries to live it down. Live it up, 'cause you sure can't live it down. Tomorrow you might not be around. It's always later than you think. If you can't swim, then boy you're gonna sink. Live it up!
When you stand alone so blue and lonely, no friends and no one else to turn to. When you realize you love and want me, you'll come to me, I'll never come to you. Call it pride or anything you want to, but remember all you put me through. When you want to change the way you're living, you'll come to me, I'll never come to you. Yes, I know inside that you're not evil, and I also know that I still love you. Though it's you alone can make me happy, you'll come to me, I'll never come to you. And I know the fault is not one-sided. Your friends told you the things that blind you. When it's lie or truth you have decided, you'll come to me, I'll never come to you. Call it pride or anything you want to, but remember all you put me through. When you want to change the way you're living, you'll come to me, I'll never come to you.
you see what you've done to me when you said we must part? When I cry, my tears I'll hide, although you broke my heart. I'll pretend I'm happy when you pass with somebody new. Yes, I'll smile, but all the while my heart still aches for you. With these hideaway heartaches, hideaway tears, every day I'll hide away the memories I hold dear. With these hideaway heartaches, hideaway blues, once again I'll cry and then I'll hide my tears from you. You've been gone for so long, the flame of love still burns. I can't reveal the way I feel, my heart for you still yearns. We parted friends, but I can't end wanting to hold you near. No one knows I love you so, I'll always want you here. With these hideaway heartaches, hideaway tears, every day I'll hide away the memories I hold dear. With these hideaway heartaches, hideaway blues, once again I'll cry and then I'll hide my tears from you.
Yourself
Howdy folks, and welcome to Dollar Country, the show where I share country 45s forgotten along the path of history, sometimes never were known in the first place to be forgotten about. All the whiffs, strikeouts, and beanballs from the golden age of country music. I'm your host, Frank the Drifter. This is episode 223. This is the first episode I changed something, and the thing that I changed is that for the past I guess like 18 months or so, I think, I've been doing a show every week. And I've been feeling overwhelmed for a while because there's a lot of other stuff that happens with Dollar Country that is not just the show, like archiving and preserving records and providing sound samples of those records and selling merchandise and everything that goes into being able to do something this fun as a job, basically. And so I'm only doing every other week. So, if you want to hear a show every week, you can check out one of the 100 or 222 backed up shows that I have available on the internet. Mixcloud.com/dollarcountry is the best place to view all of those if you so wanted to. But yeah, it's nice. I already got a bunch of stuff done in the past week that I wouldn't have gotten done normally. So it's very nice. I'm excited to offer a better show even. That's the other thing is, like, I was thinking about this show like 5 days ago instead of 1 day ago, like normal. Speaking of which, the show was supposed to be all 78s, and then, of course, one of my 78 needles broke this morning, so I put together a different show, which is all 45s like normal. And I started off today with the Offbeats, Live It Up. That's on Brea Records from Year Unknown. In fact, I could not find out a single thing about pretty much anything about this. Yeah, this is 45102 on Brea Records, which means there must be something else on Brea Records, because normally they'd start at 101. But yeah, I thought that was a really upbeat, great tune. I don't know where it's from. I don't know who the Offbeats are. The Offbeats is a name that's used for a bunch of different bands. I think this is the only one this is the only band, they only released this Offbeats released. But I thought it was good, so I played it. After that, we had Kenny Smith on Rural Rhythm Records. The song was You'll Come to Me, and that is from 1957. Rural Rhythm, at this point, was out of Arcadia, California. Arcadia, they were out of multiple places in California. They kind of moved around a lot if you look at the Rural Records info page online. But released a lot of really, really great tunes. A lot of LPs as well. They did a lot of compilation LPs later on, like in the 60s, 70s. We had Don Rice with Hideaway Heartaches on Tapa Records. That one's from 1961 out of Covina, California. Then we had Ann Jones and Jimmy Patton with Careful on Sims Record Company, and that is out of Sun Valley, California. If the Offbeats is from California, that was an all-California set. How about that? Before I jump back in, I would like to remind you that Dollar Country is supported by donations. If you'd like to find out more information about supporting the show, you can go to patreon.com/dollarcountry. If you'd like to follow the show on all the social medias, you can follow at Dollar Country on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. And I guess Threads now, too. They added a new one since last show. If you want to check out the database or sign up for the email list, you can go to dollarcountry.org. On the front page, there should be a sign up for the email list in which you'll get an email every time there's a new episode and other pertinent information, upcoming dates and tour dates and all sorts of stuff. And my email is host@dollarcountry.org if you want to get a hold of me. And the Dollar Country phone line is 216-505-4071. And let's jump back in. This next one is one I've played on the show before, but I haven't played this song. I played the flip side, which is called This Old Rig. So this is going to be Freddie Frank with On the Bayou Tonight.
You take a trip to Louisiana, you arrive down in Panama, turn down the road to the right. There's a bayou in the baby, it's no lie, no maybe, I wanna be on the bayou tonight. The moon shines while my heart hangs to hold my baby so tight. There's There's a sweet little mess, a wee wee and a kiss. I wanna be on the bayou tonight. I miss her dancing, I miss that romance, I miss her embraces so tight. In my heart there's a yearning for me to be returning. I wanna be on the bayou tonight. The moon shines while my heart shines to hold my baby so tight. There's a sweet little mess, a wee wee and a kiss. I wanna be on the bayou tonight.
You think you're such a ladies' man with your curls and dimpled chin. You brag about the girls you've loved and the places you have been. If you're such a Romeo, why did you marry me? All I ever got from you are the blues and misery. God's gift to women with your cheating and your lies. God's gift to women, you're the devil in disguise. God's gift to women, you're in for a big surprise. If you're God's gift to women, then you're just the booby prize. Crooked path. I'm tired of crying my eyes out, gonna start writing your epitaph. Here lies God's gift to women with his cheating and his lies. Some jealous husband caught him by surprise. Now God's gift to women, under 6 feet of earth he lies. Don't mourn God's gift to women, he was just the booby prize.
Well, all week long I'm just a nobody, digging for my living in the ground. On a Saturday night I'm a featured singer on a little country show downtown. If I ever get my song on a record, I bet you I'll be well known. I'll be Mr. Somebody from a little bitty town with a great big head of my own. I'm gonna be Mr. Somebody and I'll drive a big long car. And when I get back from Hollywood, everybody's gonna know I'm a star. I did a song about a poor boy wishing he could have fortune and fame. I'm gonna be Mr. Somebody, 'cause everyone will know my name. Sure to have a big time. And she don't like to go with an old dirt farmer, cause she likes the big money kind. But if I ever get my song on a record, I'll set the world on fire. I'll be Mr. Somebody, then I can give her what her little old heart desires. I'm gonna be Mr. Somebody, and I'll drive a big long car. When I get back from Hollywood, everybody's gonna know I'm a star. I'll do the song about a poor boy wishing he could have fortune and fame. I'm gonna be Mr. Somebody, cause everyone will know my name.
Willie. They say I wrote every line. They say I live a life of ease. They say I have a good time. They see me on a long, long train, heading down that lonesome hobo line. I see them all in the very next town. Mister, can you spare a dime? This life I live is very cruel, and only the strongest survive. 'Cause no one cares if Willie lives, and no one cares if he dies. They see me on a big boxcar, alone in the sunshine and rain. I smile and wave hello to them all, to hide all my tears and pain.
They call me Boxcar Willie. They say I wrote every line. But who will weep and who will moan when I come to the end of my line? If ever you see a Boxcar Willie, see him on the train passing by. If you look real close at his smiling face, you'll see a tear in his eye.
If you're going to and fro, seek and rest for your sin-sick soul, and you've tried everything this world has to offer you, turn to the Lord today. He will hear you when you pray. You gotta reap what you sow one of these days. Don't work and toil your life away for earthly wealth that will decay. Pardon me, never done my will. And on that great and final day, you will hear the Savior say, you gotta reap what you sow one of these days. If you're sowing seeds of sorrow and you feel you've lost your way, your burden gets so heavy you can't bear. Jesus, He will be your friend, everlasting till the end. You gotta reap what you sow one of these days. Soon I'll hear that angel band. I'll be close to the Holy Land. I need you, my cares will fade away. Satan's bonds will slip on me. Hallelujah, I'll be free. Yes, you gotta reap what you sow one of these days. If you're sowing seeds of sorrow and you feel you've lost your way, and your burden is so heavy you can't bear, Jesus, He will be your friend, everlasting till the end. You gotta reap what you sow one of these days. Reap what you sow one of these days.
Howdy folks, and welcome back to Dollar Country episode 223. I want to start off with Freddie Frank, On the Bayou Tonight. I Want to Be on the Bayou Tonight is the complete title of that one. And like I said before, Freddie Frank was based out of Odessa, Texas. He ran this label, which is Permian Records. The other side is This Old Rig, which is a song I have by someone else as well, Tex Thurman, which is really good. I believe it's kind of the song Freddie Frank is known for, I guess. I actually don't know. I don't think he has a ton of records. I think he just has a handful. But yeah, solid tune. That one was from 1957. After that we had Pat Johnson with The Rustics with God's Gift to Women on Roto Records. That's based out of Lincoln, Nebraska. Add that to the Nebraska records. I don't have a ton of stuff from Nebraska. The thing is, I'm from Kansas, and I have a lot of Kansas stuff. You'd think I'd have more, but out in the Great Plains, there's a lot of distance between things. I'll just put it that way. That was from 1964. Then we had Mel Beal with Mr. Somebody on Custom Records from 1966. That was a real barn burner. Custom Records out of Tyler, Texas, owned by Curtis Kirk. I've played plenty of stuff on Custom, and they had a lot of good stuff, a lot of good country tunes. Then we had Bob Hamblin, Lucky Stars. I assume it's supposed to be Bob Hamblin's Lucky Stars or Bob Hamlin with the Lucky Stars, but it just says Bob Hamlin, Lucky Stars. The song was Come Sit Beside Me on Sam Records, Sound and Music Records. And Sam Records is based out of Riverside, California. And let's see, we had 1962 on that one, I'm pretty sure. The other side is called Midnight Train. It was actually more of a rockabilly tune. And I believe it was comped on something. A lot of these small records I run into are like I ran into this record and I was like, oh, this is cool. And I looked it up and it's like, why is this record sold for like $100? And it's because it's on one hillbilly rockabilly compilation somewhere, and then it becomes worth money, which is like just one of those things that you run into a lot. There's a lot of compilations out there that are like, actually like kind of like weirdly derogatory, like hick hillbilly bop, and it's like, and there's just people making music, I feel like, but like people use those terms of like hillbilly, which used to be a lot worse than it is now, or like, you know, to try to sell music as being some sort of crude thing, as if these people were not like intelligent in any way or something. But the thing is you can be intelligent and still make awesome crude music. They're really not connected. But from an advertising point of view, people think that they are, I guess. I assume, I don't know. After that was Marty Martin, aka Boxcar Willie, which is actually, I don't think his name was actually Marty Martin, so it's another aka, but the song was called Boxcar Willie. The album was called American Heritage Music Corporation and it is located in Boise, Idaho. I love records from Idaho for no reason at all, except that it's from Idaho. So that's exciting. This one's from 1969. I believe it was a re-release because I think it was released earlier by Marty Martin as well. Then lastly we had Edith Morrison with You Gotta Reap What You Sow on Flame. And I could find out nothing about this woman, nothing about this label, nothing at all. But I liked it. And I was thinking, whenever I find a record with the name Edith, it's like almost always country gospel. Edith is a real country gospel kind of name. So that's the tunes. It is the second break. So of course, it is time for everybody's favorite segment, Book Corner. So the past couple weeks I've been reading this book called Notes on Shaped Notes by Faye Jennings Thompson. If you're unfamiliar, traditionally the way you read music is called, some people call it round notes, which is there's a musical staff with a certain number of bars and spaces, and depending on where on that staff a note is, tells you what note it is, what, A, B, C, D, E, and so forth. And so, but in the gospel, country gospel singing tradition, or just gospel in general, they have something called shape notes, which means instead of it being a place on the actual musical staff telling you what pitch the note is, there is a shape the note is. So some notes are circles, and some notes are squares, and some are triangles. And that's like a way, a kind of a super accessible way to teach people how to sing without having to learn traditional music notation. And so I'm reading this book about shape notes and just the history of country gospel. I keep calling it country gospel, but in this context it is mostly like white country gospel sort of music, but I imagine this is used in gospel churches all over. But yeah, it's just this person who has been singing gospel music since she was like literally 2 or 3 in the early 1900s, and all of her recollections of meeting up with people. This area that she's a specialist in is also called sacred harp, meaning that the voice box is the sacred harp of the Lord sort of thing. So when you're singing religious songs, you're actually like, it's a sacred event. And so it's really interesting. Those who've listened for a long time know that I'm not religious myself, but I've really gotten interested in country gospel. And so I love reading about all these different things having to do with people coming to the church and learning how to sing, or people getting together for singing and these events. I think that's really cool because, religious or not, I think music is like a healing force in the universe and very beneficial to humans. So it's really cool. So yeah, that was Faye Jennings Thompson. I'll probably be talking about this next episode too, because it's a very interesting book, but it also is kind of dry. So we'll see how fast I get through it. But yeah, Notes on Shaped Notes was the name of that one. And thank you for visiting me in Book Corner. Let's jump back in. This next one is one of my very favorite types of country music. This is country music with a drum machine. This is Coley Hutchison with Just One More Day.
I should have passed you by when
my heart says to go. But where will I go to leave you behind? Where will I go for other love to find? I know I did you wrong, so now what can I say? Won't you give me your love for just one more day? Just give me your love, let me love you my way. Give me your love for just one more day. I should have told you so the first day we met, that I was already married to my regret. Instead I led you on from time to time, hoping that someday that you would be mine. But where will I go to relieve my mind? 'Cause I can't turn back the pages of time. I know I did you wrong, so now I must pay. Won't you give me your love for just one more day? Just give me your love, let me love you my way. Give me your love for just one more day.
Something old, something new, something borrowed, something blue. Yes, blue, that's me. Yes, blue, that's me. He took your love away from me, just like you were, more than free, but free from me. You'll never be. Yes, something old,
Something old,
that's your love,
that you love
for me.
for me.
And something new
Something new
is what you think
what you think
he will be.
he will be.
And for the borrowed, you took all our memories. So look around you, take a good look. Is this where you want to be? Away from me, away from me. Something old,
Something old,
that's your love,
that you love
for me.
for me.
And something new
Something new
is what you think
what you think
he will be.
he will be.
And for the borrowed, you
Is this where you want to be? Away from me, away from me. You may look at the picture with wondering eye, and then at the arrow that's a-hanging close by, saying, come tell a story, boy, there's one I know, of a horse I once stoned out in New Mexico. He is swift as an antelope and black as a crow, with a star in his forehead, whiter than snow. His arched neck was hidden with a thick flowing mane, so I called him Petonia, the pride of the plain. My captain was saying that someone must go for help to the border of New Mexico, and a dozen brave fellows straightway answered here. The captain saw me, I was standing quite near. Petonia was with me, and his nose in my hand. Said the captain, your horse is the best in the land. You're good for the ride and the lightest man here. On the back of your Mustang, you've nothing to fear. And proud of my mount, I answered, you know, Petonia and I, we're willing to go. They all shook my hand while I mounted his back, rode down the black pathway and give his head slack. For 80 long miles o'er the plains we must go, for help to the border of New Mexico. Now the black struck a trot, and he kept it all the night, till just as the east was beginning to light. And back from behind us there came a fierce yell. We knew then the Injuns were riding our trail. I rose up and jingled the bells on his rein, and stroked his neck softly and called him by name. He answered the touch with a toss of his head. His black body lengthened, onward we sped. We're leaving those Indians when only to plain. In my left leg I felt a sharp pain. The blood red was foaming, gushed forth from Pat's side, but he never once shortened his powerful stride. Petonia, poor fellow, I knew he was hurt, and still he dashed onward and into the port. By good care, Petonia and I were soon well. Of his death long years afterward, I'll not here tell. You may look at the arrow, it hangs on the wall. It was shot through my foot, my stirrup and all. On many fine horses I've sensed through the rain. There's none like Petonia, the pride of the plain.
Across Texas, there are many more. I was rainbow at midnight and yesterday's tears. Hardest tough you've been on now so many years. You tour the nation and there's not a doubt you'll keep performing till your time runs out. The road wasn't easy, but you've gone very far. Someday another legend, today you're a star. You recorded so many, lost count long ago. But they were great ones, and you should know. You're the star attraction, have been a long time. We hope it's forever till the end of your life. You tour the nation, and there's not a doubt you'll keep performing till your time runs out. The road wasn't easy, but you've gone very far. Someday another legend, today you're a star. Someday another legend, today you're a star.
California, oh, I'm so blue, I miss you so. California, oh, I met a gal in Kankakee, and she put that squeeze on me, and I've got my little nose to the grindstone now. Got 3 kids, a nagging wife, guess I'm doomed the rest of life. I'm so blue, I miss you so. California, why did I ever have to be in the town of Kankakee? I wanna go back, I can't go back to California, oh. When my friends go passing by, I hear them talk, I wanna cry. They're heading west, where I like best, to California, oh. Oh, I miss the ocean breeze and those pretty palm trees, but I've got my little nose to the grindstone now. Got 3 kids, a nagging wife, guess I'm doomed the rest of life. I'm so blue, I miss you so. California, why did I ever have to be in the town of Kankakee? I wanna go back, I can't go back to California, oh.
Howdy folks, and welcome back. Dollar Country episode 223 here. And that last set started off with Coley Hutchison. Coley, that is C-O-L-E-Y. A name I have never heard before. But I love it. I really like weird names in general, which has been a common talking point because Dollar Country, we're gonna have a baby here soon, and so I have bombarded my wonderful wife with so many ridiculous names, and yeah, she's heard them all and vetoed almost all of them to her credit. That was Just One More Day on Times Records. Drum Machine Country, like I said. The label is based out of Abbeville, South Carolina. However, the studio is in Charlotte, North Carolina. So, I mean, they're not so far from each other, right? Right next door. After that was Larry Tagg or Tagu with Yes, Blue, That's Me. Larry Tagg and his Country Gentleman on TAP Records. I believe this one is out of Nebraska as well. Another one of those records I looked up and I was like, oh, this record sold for like $50. That's crazy. What is going on? I think this one's from 1967. At least somebody labeled it as 5267 on the label. And who knows if that person can be trusted, but we're going to trust him for now. How about that? After that, we had Cowboy Huff, also known as Charlie Huff, Cowboy Charlie Huff, with Patonia on Huff Recording Co. from 1957. He was based out of Oklahoma City, which is where Huff Recording Co. was based out of, not basted. He ain't no turkey. And this is actually a Star Day custom press, which are hard to find and generally kind of pricey. It's just one of those things record collectors look for, and I'll tell you, the sound is pretty good. I do like it quite a bit. I am partial for stuff from Oklahoma, like I said before about Nebraska, being from the Great Plains myself. And Cowboy Charlie Huff, I have a few things by him as well, and they're all pretty darn good. I was reading about him. He died, I think, in the 96, around 90s. But in 1980, he moved down to Texas from Oklahoma because his house burned down. And he lost a lot of stuff, which is such a bummer to hear about. But, yeah, found that article on the internet. After that was Roy Boren with Ballad of Ernest Tubb on AOK Records out of Odessa, Texas, from 1969 on that one. Then we had Merle Lindsay with California on Sooner Records from 1962. No, 1964. I'm not sure where that one's from, actually. But the flip side is called Tarantula, and I was really hoping it was a song about the spider, but it's just an instrumental song, which kind of bummed me out. But I was really hoping there'd be like a country song about a spider, like a tarantula. I don't know, that just seems like it'd be a really cool song. I was going to name this episode You Gotta Reap What You Sow after the song from the last set. So I've been looking up Google image searching for people like reaping, land, like harvest and like hoeing and stuff. And there I found all these pictures of people in Britain from like the late 1800s. And they all look so unhappy because they're like doing something really hard. And someone was like, hey, let me take a picture of you. Just stand still for like 60 seconds. And they just look like they're like not having it. But now we have these great pictures. So before I go, I would like to play one more for you, as always. The last one today will be Ricky Kelly and Capricorn Band with Old Billy Hell on Gold Band Records from 1980, a little bit later than normal. And before I go, I would like to also remind you to be nice to people out there, because you never know what kind of day someone else has been having, and a little bit of niceness can go a long way. I'm Frank the Drifter, and you've been listening to Dollar Country. Thanks so much for being here with me this week, and I'll see y'all next time.
Mama washed our clothes in the Chattahoochee River, raised corn and peas to sell. My old man and his band, not a thing did he give her except me, who they call old Billy Hell. Daddy took me along and tried to make a living. All he wanted out of me was to raise all hell. The police then would chase me so he could wind up running free. Raising all Billy Hell on the streets of Atlanta. That's what my daddy did for me. Raising all Billy Hell on the streets of Atlanta. Oh, Billy Hell
buddy, keep on wishing. Billy, loving you is not for me.